My pranams to all Atma Jyotis, divine light of the self. I welcome all of you for today's session of Akhanda Gita Jnana Yatna. We completed the Prarthana Shloka and we completed the Shloka number 1 and 2. Today, Shloka number 1 of first chapter. Today we are taking up the second Shloka. So let us start.
Sanjaya Uvacha Drishtva tu Pandavanekam Vyudam Duryodhanastada Acharyam Upasangamya Raja Vachanam Abravit.
So today we are addressing the question about the material desires. So let us contemplate on the essence of this second shloka. So Gayatri, can you tell the meaning of the second shloka?
So, yeah. Sanjaya said, observing the Pandava army standing in military formation, King Duryodhana approached his guru, Sri Dronacharya, and said the following words. Hari Om.
Thank you, Gayatri. So today we are contemplating on the second shloka of first chapter. Duryodhana, the son of Dhritarashtra, the blind king Dhritarashtra, sees the war formation. Then he approaches his guru, Dronacharya. Let us see what happens here. The Bhagavad Gita, every shloka has 3 levels of meaning. Adi Bhautika, Adi Devika, Adhyatmika. Metaphysical, metaphysical, and spiritual. At the physical level, Dronacharya is the guru of Pandavas and Kauravas. He taught them how to fight. He made them warriors. He taught Duryodhana fighting with the mace, Gada. He taught Arjuna fight with the arrow, bow and arrow. He is an expert teacher, guru. Not spiritual guru, but guru for war. He is Raja Guru. So Duryodhana approaches Raja Guru. This happened in the Mahabharata war a few thousand years back. That's the metaphysical meaning, Adi Bhautika. But there's a spiritual meaning here. What is the spiritual meaning? As I told you earlier, what happens outside happens inside. What happens in the cosmos, Brahmanda, happens in the Pindanda, microcosm. So within the microcosm, in the subtle body, Sukshma Sharira, a war is being fought. We have a higher mind, Buddhi or intellect. He is represented by Panduraja, the father of Pandavas, divine qualities. The higher mind takes us with Viveka, discrimination, Viveka and Vairagya, discrimination and dispassion, takes us closer to the Paramatma. The higher mind is Buddhi, is the Panduraja. Okay, his wife is Kunti. If you remember Panduraja and Kunti, they lived most of their time in the forest, meditation and contemplation. So Pandu means white. What is white? Is a purified intellect, Buddhi. So that way, Pandu represents, his children represent the higher forces of nature, which will uplift us, which happens in the subtle body. So that Panduraja is one who takes us to the Paramatma, Krishna Paramatma. Jivatma becomes one with the Paramatma, with Pandavas. Whereas the lower mind is represented by Dhritarashtra, the blind king. And you see, king is blind and his wife also doesn't want to see anything. She also ties her eyes with the blind. Blindfolded king, a blindfolded wife, and blind king. That means the mind which is blind is represented by Dhritarashtra. And Dhritarashtra means one who holds the kingdom very strong. Rashtra means kingdom. Dhritarashtra means he holds the kingdom very tightly. Like our politicians will hold the chair very tightly. They don't want to let go of the chair. So Dhritarashtra doesn't want to let go of the kingdom of Hastinapura. So that's at the physical level. At the spiritual level, Dhritarashtra means the lower mind holds the body. I am the body. I am the body. It holds the body. I am the mind. So I am the body. I am the mind. So ego, ahankara and mamakara hold the body very tightly. The body is the Rashtra. The body is the kingdom. The kingdom is ruled by Dhritarashtra. So now, who is behind Dhritarashtra? All the powerful Bhishma, the grandfather, Bhishmacharya, the powerful ego. So Bhishma means tough one. Bhishma means Kathina, tough. He doesn't bother. He holds his view very tightly. That's what the nature of ego. One-sided view. I will serve the kingdom, whatever cost it comes. So that's an ego. So now, who is the first-born son of Dhritarashtra? The first-born son of Dhritarashtra is the Duryodhana. Duryodhana means the outgoing tendency of the mind. Mind can go inwards and upwards. The manas can move upwards towards the Atma. The mind can go outwards. There's a desire to get happiness from the world. The outward tendency of the mind is called Duryodhana. You know what is the meaning of Duryodhana? Yodha means fighting. Duryodhana is very difficult to fight the tendency. Duryodhana means impossible to fight the tendency. Our mind always wants to go out. Right? So tendency to chase the world is called Duryodhana. So the blind king and blindfolded wife both represent ignorant mind or blind mind. And Duryodhana, the first son, represents the powerful tendency of the mind to go out in the material world and grab power, happiness, money, position, and do whatever cost, cheat, whatever you want to do, you'll do, go outwards. That's called Duryodhana. And we have 10 organs of action and 10 sense organs, which is Pancha Dhanendriya, Pancha Karmendriya. So not 10, actually 5. Huh? 5 organs of action and 5 sense organs. How many are there? Totally 10. And when these 10 organs go out, they will generate 10 thoughts each. I want this, this is beautiful, this is beautiful. So 10 into 10 sense organs will generate 10 times. Sense organs and organs of action, they generate 10 activities, sensing and doing. How many? 10 into 10, 100. That's why Dhritarashtra has 100 children. 5 organs of sense organs. Oh, I want this, I see this, I like this, I don't like this. So how many? 5 sensations into 10 times, because in the outer world everything is variety, so it gets multiplied by 10. Organs of action and sense organs, they get multiplied, they become 100 Kauravas. So now Duryodhana sees the Pandavas standing in a military formation. They were standing in a military formation. There are many military formations, I will explain later. Right? For fighting the war, they have to prepare the army in such a way. So Duryodhana is worried now. He immediately runs to his guru called Dronacharya. So Dronacharya is the guru of Kauravas and guru of Pandavas. And what is Drona represent? Dra means liquid. Drona means Jnana. A knowledge which is floating in a liquid form. That is called subconscious impressions, samskaras. Deep-rooted samskaras are called drona. Samskaras are impressions, habit patterns. That's called dronacharya. So Drona, naturally, the Duryodhana outgoing tendency of mind is driven by Dronacharya. Powerful tendencies, vasanas and samskaras. So that is represented, actually in modern day psychology, we represent the mind with this iceberg. The conscious part of the mind is only 5%. The deep subconscious part is 95%. So Dronacharya represents the samskaras, vasanas present in the lower 95%, the deep-rooted samskaras. Now let us understand the relationship between Duryodhana and Dronacharya a little bit more carefully. In our mind, we have habit patterns in life, right? These habit patterns, they go deep-rooted. They're called samskaras. You can call samskara as nothing but habit pattern, deep-rooted habit pattern. For example, I drive the car. Initially, driving is very difficult for me. First learning. After that, I can close my eyes and drive the car. Why? The samskara has gone deep into my subconscious habit pattern. Same way, women do the cooking. Initially, how much salt to put, how much pepper to put, all those things are very difficult, conscious. But after some time, okay, they'll talk to other, put some pepper, put some mirchi. So that whole thing becomes an automated process in unconscious. These are called samskaras, deep-rooted impressions. And deep-rooted impressions are two types: good samskaras and bad samskaras. So Duryodhana is full of bad samskara, and Pandavas are full of good samskara. Both learn from Dronacharya only. Both come from, both are coming from Dronacharya. Dronacharya is the guru for Pandavas and Kauravas. But Pandavas get all the good samskaras from Dronacharya, or they learn everything good from Dronacharya, whereas Duryodhana learns everything negative. So what is negative? Raga and Dvesha. I like this, I don't like this. I don't like this, I don't like this. This is like a spoiled child. Duryodhana was spoiled from the childhood because Dhritarashtra was blind. So a blind king has more attachment to his children. So he pampers him. That's how what happens in our families also. No? A pampered kid will be doing a lot of nuisance. So Duryodhana was a pampered kid. Pandavas were well-groomed kids. They came from the mother Kunti. Kunti gave them tapasya. So that's why they developed good samskara. But Guru is same, Dronacharya, which means subconscious impressions, samskaras. See, same Guru, samskaras, good samskaras and bad samskaras. To give an example of samskara, Kauravas and Pandavas ready for the war. Both Arjuna wants to help from Krishna and Duryodhana wants to help from Krishna. Both go there. So Duryodhana wants to go and sit near the head of Krishna. Krishna is sleeping on the bed. Arjuna goes and does namaskara to feet of Krishna and sits at the feet. This is a good samskara. But Duryodhana doesn't want to do namaskara at the feet. He is sitting near the head of Krishna. Krishna gets up. Arjuna, why you have come? Duryodhana, why you have come? Arjuna says, I want to help from you. Duryodhana says, I want help from you. Krishna says, I have an army. I don't fight a war. So army, one person can take army and one person can take me. Arjuna chooses Krishna because Arjuna is the son of higher mind. Mind with a discrimination, Viveka Vairagya, Devi Guna. He chooses Krishna, Paramatma. Whereas Duryodhana says, I want your army. See, these are the samskaras. So another example of samskara, Sri Krishna, before the war starts, Krishna goes for Sandhana, negotiation. He goes to Duryodhana, see, give me 5 villages, we'll stop the war. Duryodhana says, I won't give 5 villages. I won't even give 1 blade of grass. Get lost. Sri Krishna says, Duryodhana, you are doing adharma. This is not right. Duryodhana starts laughing. Krishna, you're telling me dharma and adharma. Okay. I have also studied in Gurukula. I have also studied for 18 years. I know what is dharma, what is adharma. My intellect knows it, but my mind, manas, doesn't work. It wants to do adharma only. This is called samskara, bad samskara. Even though I know what is right, I can't do it because my habit patterns are deeply ingrained. The mind is taking me in some way. This is called example of samskara. Sri Krishna then shows Duryodhana his Vishwarupa, the cosmic form. God shows, I am all this. Duryodhana says, Krishna, your magic, you are a Mayavi, your magic doesn't work on me. Vishwarupa is the highest form of God. Even highest form of God appears to you, the bad samskaras will stop from seeing that. Even God comes into your life, you cannot recognize God because of your samskaras. Okay. Same way, Krishna shows Arjuna Vishwarupa. Immediately Arjuna surrenders to Krishna. So Arjuna's are good samskaras or Devi samskaras. Duryodhana's samskaras or habit patterns are Asuri samskaras. So this is, both are driven by Dronacharya, which is unconscious, subconscious impressions. So that's what I'm trying to explain through this picture. Panduraja, then lower mind is Dhritarashtra. So samskaras is represented by Drona. Our conscious mind and subconscious mind impressions are called samskara, Dronacharya. Drona means dravya, liquid form. Na means jnana, liquid knowledge. Duryodhana means impossible to fight. Outgoing tendency of mind. I want to go out. I want to go out. I can't sit quiet. I want to go out. So this is the Dronacharya. So now what is this business? Duryodhana goes and asks his guru, looking at Pandavas. See, our higher mind wants to go for satsang. Higher mind wants to go to meditation. But immediately lower mind, Duryodhana gets agitated. He wants to consult his guru, samskara. He wants to go out. This is the meaning of this sloka. So, Pandavas and Kauravas are assembled in a war field. Now, the soldiers are standing in a certain way. This is called vyuha. Vyuha means a formation. So there are many types of formation. Duryodhana sees that formation and he is worried now. The lower mind, he sees that higher mind is sitting for meditation. Let me do some noise. So, what is this meditation? What is this satsanga? I don't want that. Let me go out. That's what Duryodhana is doing. And his consult is Guru, Dronacharya. So, vyuha means a military formation. So, we have heard many vyuhas, many military formations, Mahabharata. So, this is called Chakra vyuha. You have heard of Chakra vyuha. Chakra means it's like a circle. Once somebody enters, it's impossible to get out. It's a military formation to trap the enemy. So Abhimanyu enters in this military formation. He fights very hard and he dies there. So the Pandavas are assembled in a vyuha. So there are Chakra vyuha, Padma vyuha, Garuda vyuha, various formations are there, military formations to trap the enemy. It's like you have seen now, football match. The football players will be ready in some way to catch, to fight with the opponents. Similarly, cricket match, they stand in certain way to field the ball. Like that, military also, they stand in certain way. Their armies, the elephants, the horses, they stand in certain way to trap the enemy. That's called vyuha. So Duryodhana, in the military, Adi Bhautika level, Duryodhana is worried about the Pandavas preparing for the war. And he consults his Guru Drona. At Adhyatmika level, the lower mind is getting agitated. Now I have to do satsang. Now I have to do service. Now I have to do meditation. Let me go out. Then it will consult his samskaras. Dronacharya. This is how life is. So the samskara means, in English, it's called habit. So a beauty of the habit is repeated patterns of life. So if you remove H, a bit of habit remains. If you remove HA, another bit remains. And you remain HAB, it remains. And if you remove B, P remains. So the entire spiritual journey is to gradually overcome our negative samskaras with the positive ones. Pandavas have to be, Pandavas are fighting with the Duryodhana, Kauravas. So ultimately, Pandavas surrender to Krishna and we'll be able to overcome any samskara when we surrender to Bhagavan, when we surrender to Ishvara, when we surrender to Guru, our lower tendencies, samskaras are defeated. This is the spiritual journey. So Pandavas are small, 5 numbers. Kauravas are hundreds numbers. But Pandavas get help from Krishna. So surrender to Guru, surrender to Ishvara. You'll be able to overcome all Kauravas. And Dronacharya will be killed. Samskaras will be killed. That's the Mahabharata. So now what is this samskara? Samskara is a habit pattern, a program. So when the program runs, we are going to our lower tendency. We become like a biological machines. The higher intellect doesn't work properly. So intellect wants something, but it can't do it because the body mind is programmed. For example, somebody is drinking alcohol. Alcohol is a samskara. So next time he sees bottle, he wants to drink alcohol again. Your buddhi, intellect says, no, don't do it. It won't listen. It will go and pick up a bottle of alcohol. So now on a progressively become like machines, robots. So samskaras convert human beings into robots. Duryodhana is a robot. So all of you are welcome to visit our website, YouTube channel, and subscribe to our channels and share with your friends. So there are some questions. Let me answer that. So Ramachandra. So Ramachandra is asking a question. Ramachandra is asking a question. Ramachandra is asking the question, why intellect is called higher mind? And why is there higher mind and lower mind? Yes, Ramachandra, there is higher mind and lower mind. The higher mind functions from our upper part of the nervous system. The buddhi, intellect. See, intellect doesn't function from this part of the body. Everything decision making happens at the intellect level. This part of the brain, a decision maker. So lower mind is taking care of our functioning of the body, mind, okay, and sense organs. So lower mind more or less runs through a sort of program, whereas higher mind is a decision maker. This is lower mind and higher mind. So then, how can a guru who is supposed to be a wise person fight on Kaurava side? He knows what is higher dharma and what is lower dharma. So how can Dronacharya is the guru? He is a wise person. How can he fight on Kaurava side? So Dronacharya is not a wise, enlightened person. Dronacharya is a military guru. His job is to teach fighting. So Dronacharya teaches fighting to Pandavas, teaches fighting to Kauravas. So he is not a wise man. He is an army trainer. Do you call army trainer as a wise man, enlightened man? So guru word is common. A guru can be a music guru, a dance guru, a military guru. Dronacharya is a military guru. And also, Dronacharya was an employee of Dhritarashtra. As an employee, he is taking Kauravas. In the example given, higher mind wants to sit for meditation, but lower mind disturbs. So this higher mind is not under the influence of vasana and samskara, and isn't the higher mind intellect. Say, please understand, when I say higher mind, intellect, right? There's intellect for everybody. I have intellect, you have intellect. So intellect will always try to find out what is good, what is bad. The intellect which is very sharpened through Viveka and Vairagya is called really higher mind because it will uplift us. Otherwise, all of us have intellect. A scientist has intellect, an engineer has intellect, all of us are intellect, but our intellect is working for a lower tendency. A scientist or an engineer, very highly intellectual people, what they work for? They work for the lower tendencies of mind. Now, the intellect somewhere wants to come out of the lower tendency and goes to the spiritual path. So the lower mind is pulling it down. Now intellect will become strengthened only when it gets a very clear understanding of viveka, vairagya. Okay, then only intellect becomes stronger. It will start moving upwards. That higher mind is called intellect. The ego functions on the lower mind and higher mind. Ego. So the lower mind is the ego. No, lower mind is actually functioning mind. It is taking care of functioning the body. It takes care of the functioning of programs. It takes care of raga and dvesha, and it is influenced ego, means ahankara and mamakara. Ahankara and mamakara influence the higher mind also, intellect also, but intellect will be able to come out of that through viveka and vairagya. So there's a question, another question. You say the higher mind is intellect, and then you say when a higher mind wants to meditate, lower mind disturbs. So are you saying intellect already has jnana, or is it beyond vasanas? The intellect has two parts. One is called sense perception and intuition. Deep inside in the intellect, there's an intuition. Deep inside, there's a feeling of I am. There's a feeling that I have to become infinite because my nature is infinity. The higher part of the mind, intellect, has the intuitive knowledge that I want to expand. I am Satchidananda Swarupa some way. But it mostly gets covered by the vasana, covered by the what I call sense impressions, sense inputs. Okay. So this is where the intellect has the ability to take you to higher, provided you come out of sense impressions and conceptions coming from the lower mind. So that's where intellect has to get the discrimination, viveka and vairagya. So intellect has already a direction for jnana. It has the intuitive feeling that I am and I am infinite. Satchidananda Swarupa, an intuitive sense is there. That's getting corrupted by sense perception. What you call as, it's called adhyasa. Superimposition is happening. So intellect has an ability to come out of this mess. That's why it's called higher mind. The vasanas and samskaras can be there in the lower mind. Raga, dvesha can be lower mind. So intellect with the discrimination will be able to come out. Atma, Atma viveka, nitya, nitya viveka. It's able to come out of the tendencies of the lower mind. Does it answer your question? So anybody else on Zoom has a question?
Hari Om, Prabhuji.
Hari Om, Kumari.
Prabhuji, I probably missed that. Abhimanyu, what could be the spiritual meaning of Abhimanyu dying on the warfield?
So there are many levels of meaning, right? Abhimanyu, okay? Abhi means one who has a mana means mind. So one who is identified with the mind is Abhimanyu. Okay. So Abhimanyu is son of Arjuna and Uttara, right? Now Sri Krishna tells Chakravyuha formation to Uttara. Abhimanyu listens to that. Okay, the teaching is given to Uttara, or Krishna tells Chakravyuha formation to Uttara. His Krishna is sitting with Uttara in a chariot, and he is explaining. But Uttara starts sleeping. Abhimanyu listens, the child inside, and then somewhere the teaching stops. So here, spiritual message, first message, Abhimanyu is mind. Okay, is somewhere associated with the mind. So teaching from the Guru has to be given directly. Then only he will give the complete teaching. How to enter the Chakravyuha, how to get out of the complete teaching is given. But here Abhimanyu only learned half. Who knows how to enter, but it doesn't have to come out. This is what happens to many spiritual seekers. They'll pick up some spiritual teachings to give to somebody. They try to apply in life, but they can't get complete. From Guru, the teaching has to be complete. That's one meaning of Abhimanyu. Did you get it, Kaumari?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought of it this way.
So, Guru is giving teaching to somebody. You'll pick up something. But you don't pick up the complete thing. Guru has not given the complete teaching to you. He has given to somebody, but you have picked up only part. That part will not help you to come out of the war of Mahabharata.
So true, Prabhuji. Yes.
So the teaching has to be Gurumukhena Gurumukataha Vidya. It has to be direct teaching. It's not indirect teaching. I listen to somebody teaching somebody, I got the knowledge, I go. It's not complete knowledge. That's one spiritual meaning of Abhimanyu. There are many meanings, but this is one understanding.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay. So anybody else any questions? Mala, Suresh, Preeta, Sujaya Sharma, Sujaya, Priyanka.
ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಗುರುಜಿ. ಅಭಿಮನ್ಯು ಸುಭದ್ರಾ ಮಗ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಗುರುಜಿ?
Abhimanyu, Subhadra, Uttarana.
ಸುಭದ್ರ.
Sorry, Abhimanyu is son of Subhadra.
ಉತ್ತರ ಅಭಿಮನ್ಯು ಹೆಂಡತಿ.
Uttara Abhimanyu Henti. Abhimanyu is son of Subhadra. Uttara is the wife of Abhimanyu. Okay. Anybody else any questions?